Waiting for all viewers to join in. I'm going to be giving 5 minutes for viewers to join in before we begin the session. We still have a couple of minutes. Hi, I'm waiting for a few more viewers to join in before we begin. In the meantime, why don't you roll out your yoga mats and why don't you grab a partner for today's partner yoga session? I'm so happy that I'm getting to interact with you all on the eve of International Yoga Day. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your families and your homes right now. I can see more people joining in, so I'm just going to give a few more minutes before we have an audience so that nobody misses out on the session. Hi guys, I can see you all. So if you want to reach out to me, you can pass your comments in the comment section so I know you're there. If you are going to be performing the yoga with us today, then please roll out your mats and grab your partners. This session, this live entire session is going to be on the TOTS magazine page for 24 hours. You can go back and refer to it for using it later. I will also be posting about this session on my Instagram handle, which is Yoga and Fairy Life. So I'm just, wanting to let the audience know that I'm not a yoga teacher. I'm a yoga enthusiast. Yoga kind of seeked out to me, and since then I've been seeking it. So it's been a long journey with yoga now, and it is totally out of my love and passion that I follow yoga. And there is this misconception about yoga that, if you're not flexible, you cannot do yoga. So I just want to tell you all that yoga actually is for every type of body. It does not matter whether you're super flexy or whether you can touch your toes or you can't. In fact, yoga is the journey while you are reaching out to touching your toes. It's not about touching your toes. So please keep that in mind. I also want to tell you all that tomorrow is Father's Day. I'm sure everybody's geared up and prepped up to make it special for their dads. And this yoga, in fact, that we're doing is perfect for children to grab their daddies, get them on the mat for a change, which they rarely do, and make it so much fun for them that they fall in love with the whole process of yoga. So today, me and my daughter are going to be performing acro yoga. Simple ones, not difficult. Something that you can take back home. Even a couple of those poses can be performed at home. and you're going to have such a ball of a time with your child, like a child and father, or say a child and mama. Whichever partner you choose, there'll be so much giggling, laughing, falling and having fun that everybody in the house will eventually say that they absolutely love yoga. So yoga is not always staying quiet and om chanting and connecting with yourself. Of course it begins from there, but there's no better way to make your kids fall in love with yoga except partner yoga, because you're with them, so they are having a gala time thinking it's a game. So we're hoping to bring this little element of fun into your families, and we hope that because of today you get the gift of yoga, you practice it, you take this journey ahead and reach within through yoga. The times are tough, we got to be tougher. It's a great tool to give your children at this time, and they will really connect and get at peace with all this hustle bustle that's around them, and they're so clueless. So I hope that you pass this gift to your kids as well. It's a great gift for the kids and the papas today, and wishing you all a happy International Yoga Day from Dimple. And today joining me is my daughter Ada. Ada, could you please come and join us? And so Ada has been practicing yoga with me since like almost she was a newborn. Hello, ta-da! So Ada, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, I have something to say.
Okay.
I have been practicing yoga since I was in my mother's womb, and yoga makes me energetic, fit, and happy and peaceful.
That's fabulous. It's been a long yoga journey with her. At a point I thought that I might have to let go of my journey while she came into my life. I realized in fact I had even better reason now to do yoga, right? I had her and I wanted to put yoga in her environment. So we've been practicing yoga since the time she was born. I've been practicing it before that, and we're here just to have fun today, do easy poses, have a blast, and make this a special Father's Day and International Yoga Day.
And one more thing, the number one rule of yoga is it's okay if you fall and stuff and giggle. That's the number one rule.
Correct.
And also never give up.
Never give up. That's the strongest rule of yoga. It's okay to fall, but get back up again and again and again. We do not give up in yoga. So what we're going to do, a quick gist. I am going to go on my mat with Ada. We're going to start with a warm-up session. After warm-up, I'm going to show you a few basic asanas just to loosen up your body. After which Ada is going to head on to Surya Namaskars, and from there we move into Partner Yoga and end it with Om chanting. We hope you will stay with us to the end of the session, and let's have a great time and let's stay connected through these difficult times. Ada, let me check if I can see you. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, we hope you can see us. In between I'll keep coming and connecting with you. What we're going to do is warm up first. So we get onto our mat. Sit in any comfortable position. You need to shift it. Sit in any comfortable position. And from here, we have always realized that all the stress of the day, the noises in our head are always come and they stay here from the neck to the shoulder portion. So we're going to release all that tension and just cut out the noise and center in today. So we can start with a few neck movements. We do the up and down. Keep inhaling and exhaling at all times.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Then you can do the side to side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then we can even do the neck rotations.
1,
Let it go deep.
2, 3,
And then you do the other way around.
4, 5, and 6.
So loosen up this. Now let's take a deep inhale and roll our shoulders back. Then take a deep exhale and roll your shoulders ahead.
1, 1.
Just cut out that noise. Forget everything everything that's happening for the next 30 minutes and just get one with yourself. From here, we're going to move to Padmasana, which is locking your legs in a cross-legged position.
First, take one of your legs and put it on the other thigh. Take your other leg and put it on the other thigh.
Once you're in this position, get comfortable. And from here, we're going to twist behind onto the left and the right. And at the same time, remember, you're twisting from your torso. Okay, so you take a deep twist, count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The other side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect. Now we're going to walk our hands on the floor and lie down, but do not break the Padmasana. And you walk back up. So you can even call it creepy crawlies, and you go creepy crawling down.
And creepy crawling up.
Yeah, so you can make it fun for the kids. So in that way, you're kind of loosening up, getting comfortable with the hip movements. Now, since we opened up a little bit of the top portion, we'll work on our lower body. And for the hip movement and the hip opening, another great pose is the butterfly pose, where you join your feet and you're going to flap them like this. Okay, I'm going to allow Ada to do it so you can watch her. Okay, yeah. So you pull them as deep in as you can, and you need to push them down and start walking ahead and go completely flat on the floor. Come up again. Now flap the wings. Why Ada is doing this and so are you, I want to share this with you that during the lockdown, when it was such an uncertain time, we realized that, it was like going back to the cocoon. Just like the caterpillar stays in his cocoon, it was almost that kind of a feeling because we felt trapped, we couldn't get out. But I hope you're all doing a lot of inner work, just like the caterpillar does, becomes strong, builds his stamina, his strength in order to fly when he actually gets a chance. We all are building our wings, and now when we will start finally flying, we'll push ourselves out of the cocoon, get out of this lockdown with stronger wings and stronger inner strength. So that is what lesson we take back from the butterfly pose and we take back from life in general. So when you're, shut in one place, just remember you're a caterpillar into your cocoon, getting ready for the next phase, because the next phase you're going to actually fly.
One thing, that when we're in a cocoon and when we get out, what butterfly color are you going to be?
I'm going to be a yellow and blue butterfly.
Ooh, I'm going to be blue and orange.
Yay! So we've got decided our colors, and we hope that you will take back this message for your children back home as well. Now I'm going to get into some asanas. These are basic asanas just for loosening up your entire body, and also because I'm doing beginners yoga today, I'm not going to get into heavy poses. The first is going to be the cat and cow position. The kids are going to love it because you're using animal terms. For the cat position, I'm getting onto my fours and I'm going to curve my back by pushing my navel into my back. Sorry, this is the cow position. I made a mistake. This is the cow when I'm pushing the navel to my back and curving it. Sorry, this is the cow. And for the cat, just do the reverse. Look up and curve your back downwards. Again the cow and the cat. This is excellent for the spine. From here, we can go into the dog position. This is the downward dog, or it's called mountain. So you get deep into this pose. To make it challenging, you can also lift your legs. So you lift your leg up and down, and up and down. So this is your downward dog position. Get back onto your knees, sit on your knees, take your hands ahead and you'll be in the child pose. What the child pose does, it lengthens your spine, it gives your back a release, and every time we do back bends and difficult poses or inversions, we take a break with child pose. So you can do the same. From here, I'm going to lie down on my stomach and do the Bhujangasana. Hands are next to you and next to your chest, and you're going to lift your body up. This is the Bhujangasana pose. Come down. Get your hands in the front, intertwine the fingers, lift. This is the Cobra pose. So you're getting into Bhujangasana and the Cobra pose here. The other common poses for yoga are warrior poses and triangle poses. I'm going to share them with you. For the warrior pose, you increase the distance between your legs. Your one foot is facing forward. The other foot is facing on the side where your body is going to twist. Then you start going down and lift your hands up. That's warrior one. Great stretch for my torso and the hips. That's your warrior one. The same thing when I do on the other side, helps my left leg. So that's warrior one. For warrior two, position same, face this side. Take your hands and make a half move. Repeat on the other side. Come down. You're in the warrior position. Look to the side where the leg is bent. So these are your warrior positions that you can try at home. And I'm going to show you triangle poses. Legs apart. From here, same side bending. My hand is up and I'm bending on the same side. And now the other side. Now we can bend but on the opposite leg. Other side. At all times in triangle pose, we don't bend our knees. That's the challenge of having the hip opening on the back side of our legs. So these were a few basic beginner asanas that you can practice before you move on to heavier stuff in yoga. After this, we're going to see the Surya Namaskar, which is going to be performed by Ada.
Now we're going to do Surya Namaskar.
You want to show them the side position? Yeah, they'll be able to see clearly. Perfect.
First, do Namaste.
Get back into downward dog. Yeah. Can you do that one more time for us, Ada? Get into downward dog. Now one leg ahead. Perfect. Thank you so much, Ada. So that was your Surya Namaskar. And now, of course, we're going to start with Partner Yoga, the main part of the session that we've been waiting for. And for Partner Yoga, I need to give you a small little brief. See, when we perform yoga alone, it's, we are only responsible for our own selves. It's just us, our mat, the floor if we fall, and if we hurt ourselves also, it's just us. With Partner Yoga, you need to be even more responsible because you and another person are together. So if you go wrong or that person goes wrong, you'll end up hurting each other as well. And that's the scary part, right? But this also is a test of how you are in life. Are you reliable? Are you trustworthy? These are the questions. If you realize off the mat, you'll see that same skill set shows on the mat. So if you are someone who can't trust others, you'll find it difficult to trust your partner while you're doing this. And if you are someone where, others are always trusting you, coming and sharing things with you, you become trustworthy, and that is why in Partner Yoga, you become a better base. Yes?
So the person who's lifting the other person is
Yes.
the base, and the person who's doing
On top.
is the flyer.
Correct. So the person down is the base. The person who's on top during acro yoga is called the flyer. If you are trustworthy, the flyer feels he can trust you. If you are shaky, the flyer is not going to be able to trust you. At the same time, when you get on the top, are you able to trust this base? Or do you have problems in trusting others? You'll realize this entire journey of trust, balance, coordination, reliability, whatever you're doing off the mat, however you're feeling off the mat, that is what you will bring on the mat. And of course, even I have faced that when I started acro yoga. I realized I was able to be a better base because I could have people trust me. But the minute I had to fly, I didn't know if I could trust the person so much. So that is how you'll realize your journey, and you'll also improve on the way. So if I keep doing acro yoga, my trust with people will also improve. It's a great. Having said that, we're going to go back to our mat and start the Partner Yoga session. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, one thing that the question for the day is, are you trustworthy?
Take that back home with you. Okay, first we're going to do the tree pose. We're going to show you what is tree pose and then how do you do it with your partner.
So,
you want to show?
Yeah, the tree pose is you stand on one leg, you put the other leg on your thigh, you concentrate at one point which is straight at you.
Yeah.
And when you get balance, you can put your hands here or up.
Okay, so this is tree pose and we're going to do this together now. So you have to help your partner not to fall and yourself not to fall.
So first we hold each other's backs, then I put my leg on my thigh.
Till she's comfortable, I wait on. Take your time. Lock your knee. Okay. After which, I gently place my leg up and then we make the namaste together. That's a partner tree pose. From here, back to back, we touch our backs and we hold the arms. Okay, we're holding right up till our hand goes and bend down parallel to the floor. Go parallel to the floor. Don't let your partner fall. Great. I'm getting into child pose which I showed you before, and Ada is going to be getting on to me in the child pose. Yeah?
Yeah.
Come. From behind.
Now, first one I'm going to do the same child pose on Mama's back. Good?
Take your hands fully ahead or then hold your toes. I hold my toes too.
Yeah. And the same thing I'm going to lie down on the same thing. Sit on my back and lie down.
fabulous. How about we sit like this, spread our legs. The child, the smaller person and the smaller partner can use my calves to push in her legs. She's giving me a nice stretch. We hold hands and we go the seesaw.
Woo.
So this is another fun way of connecting and bonding with your children.
Now?
The same thing we can try in Padmasana.
Yeah.
We taught them Padmasana, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so get into Padmasana now.
And
Hold hands and let it go.
Woo! This is so much fun. Ha.
So we are also giving good stretches to our spine, having fun, bonding and telling our children fall in love with yoga. Okay, from here we do the cat-cow position. Okay, I'm going to be the base and she's going to be the flyer. This means the cat and the cow are happening together by two different people.
Woo! So Mama, you're the cat and I'm the cow. So where else?
Yeah,
Here?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knees on my shoulder blades. Have you rolled your back up?
Yeah.
I have rolled it down.
And
Okay, from here I'm getting into downward dog, which I showed you earlier, and Ada's going to go below me.
yay! Hi.
Hi.
Neighbors.
What's happening? Are you having a good time?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now try to lock your knees.
Okay.
Brilliant. Come down.
Now we're gonna do Bhujangas.
Yes, from here, Bhujangasana, which I showed you earlier. This is my pose. The child will stand on my lower back and she will try to give me a lovely kiss.
Here.
Yes, comfortable. I'm looking up. Who says that we cannot share hugs and kisses on the yoga mat?
Woo! Now I'm gonna do dancer and dog.
So we showed you how the downward dog is. I'm going to have Ada to do that. While I do the dancer's pose, the basic one. Okay.
Here.
Yeah. Could you just turn this side if you don't mind? I need your leg on this side.
Oh.
That's right. Get into downward dog and stay comfortable. You're comfortable?
Yep.
Okay. She's ready. For dancer, I have to do just this and lift my leg up. Okay. What I'm going to do is, first I'm going to take one leg of hers till my shoulder. Okay. Get her comfortable and then get into the dance pose.
Woo!
So you can just change a little bit of acrobatics, join two poses, have fun. That's the basic bottom line of these poses. Okay, from here we're going to do the plank on plank.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just help you with that. Yeah. Now, first what I'm going to do is, I will lie down straight. My role is just to keep her to trust me. She's the one who will hold my ankles and do the plank. After we do that, you will see that we try to lift up and we will look like the shape of a gift box.
Now, the gift box is for you, all of you. And
Yes.
that gift box inside is teaching you how to do yoga and fall in love with yoga.
That's what gift we want to give you today for International Yoga Day, that you fall in love with the yoga journey. First, I lie down. Okay? See if I'm visible on screen? No problem. Now you hold my ankles. I will hold her ankles. 1, 2, come on.
Woo!
Stay straight. Don't bend your knees. Straight up, don't bend your knees. Perfect. Now I'm lifting, you lift. And we are going to give you the gift box. We are a box! Awesome.
That takes a lot of trust.
It does. Of course it does. To go in that position, it's a bit heady, you know. Now I'm going to do my normal plank. She will do her normal plank. The only difference is she's gonna do it on me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting into my normal plank. Go, Ada.
Ready?
Yes. I am when you are. She holds my ankles. My shoulder blades are the floor for her. And we both are plank to plank. Even if you can't see her entirely, she looks just like me.
Woo! Linda.
So that's plank on plank. From there, we're going to do the bridge pose. Bridge pose is something that is again a beginner's pose. And Ada's going to do the bridge on using my knees.
So it's like I'm slanting and Mama is slanting straight.
I sleep, I bend my legs, and I lift my butts up to my navel is to the ceiling now, and my hands are here. So this is the bridge pose.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide on my back and touch my toes to
Mama's knees.
and lift up.
Lift your butts up fully.
And
So we both are doing the bridge pose, but she's using not the floor, she's using my knee. So she's going into almost a shoulder stand. That way. Okay.
now it's time for my two favorites. This pose we have been doing from,
I think when she was 2.
yeah. This one is fly in the air, so I'm going to become the aeroplane.
Okay, and it's time for you to let your child trust you and give them a nice flight. So what if the airports are shut? We can still fly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You need to come towards my feet. My feet will lock into her lower abdomen. Like this.
Oh.
Hold hands firm and jump.
Whoa!
I can also lift myself up.
Woo! And down. Okay, I went to New York.
You went to New York and you came. See? She just had a great flight for a holiday and she's back.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The next one is a bit tough. I suggest go easy, go slow. Have an assistance from an adult around you. And this is something, though it's our favorite, we really want to share with you guys. Those who have got the technique of acro yoga can take this a step ahead and do the cycling position but in air. So we're going to cycle in air.
So I'm going to go to
You have
one this time.
Okay.
But cycling.
Alright. You can do that. Okay. First, I'm bending my knees and holding her ankles. Watch, we're going to go easy.
Here.
A little lower.
Here.
Yeah. Is this okay for you?
A bit higher.
Bit higher. Is this okay for you?
Yeah.
Jump. Join the knees, stay comfortable and then start cycling.
Slowly. Slowly enjoy the knees. And woo!
So we are cycling. I'm the one who's giving her leg this movement. At the same time, she needs to balance that because it's very unsteady at the top. So yeah, it's a bit challenging, but this one is super fun when you keep doing it.
And now it's time for a bit
Difficult one. It's squats. We're going to do the squat position. Okay. Watch this carefully. Again, you need a couple of practices to get this one. Alright.
a lot of trust and balance.
Yeah. Get behind me. Now this is me in a totally bent down position. I'm going to use my palms for the floor to give her complete support. Okay? Yeah. This one come in your way.
Here?
Yeah, she's going to stand on my thighs and she's going to squat.
Here?
Yes. Squat when you're ready.
Okay. And go up and just balance, close your eyes.
I've given her complete balance to stand straight. Ada, if you're completely non-shaky, I will be ready to lift my hands.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Take your time. You want to do the namaste near your chest.
Okay.
That will make you less non-shaky. Yeah, we did that.
And one more thing, if the child is going on top,
Yes.
then you have to close your eyes and if you look down, then you'll be shaky and you'll feel
So the child can shut the eyes is a great tip, and the child has to have like their weight balanced, you know. Once you keep doing acro yoga, you realize you can't just put your entire weight and stiffen your body, because it's very difficult for the person down to then hold the weight. So you need to lighten and loosen yourself as a flyer as well. So that's what we did today. We had a super great time doing partner yoga and bringing this to you on International Yoga Day. This, of course, we still are going to be doing the Om chanting. Yeah. And this video is going to be live on the Tots magazine page, and it's going to go on my IGTV. My Instagram handle is Yoga and Fairy Life. I'm going to hand over Ada to do the Om chanting and the bee buzzing exercise. These are meditation methods. They're cooling, calming methods for the mind. They connect kids to their hearts. And we hope at least these two is something that you will gift your kids for sure.
First thing we're going to do is sit in a comfortable position. Put your hands on your thighs. Breathe, close your eyes, and chant Om. The O is shorter, the is longer. Take a deep breath and start.
Vibrate it, yeah. Vibrate your head.
Yeah, and when you start saying just with your thumb, just close your ears, and you have to feel like there's a bee buzzing around and stay calm.
Okay. So first, the pressure points you will hold with your fingers. Can you use all your fingers and start holding your pressure points? Now take a deep breath, Ada. And now shut your ears and buzz. Okay, now you try to make your buzz longer.
Okay.
Once more. Excellent. Even if you do just these two exercises in terms of meditation for your kids, you'll help them connect to your core, shut the noise outside and look deep within. A lot of answers, a lot of concentration, a lot of focus, and keeping children's attention for a long time gets developed when you practice these meditation exercises with them, these breathing techniques with them rather. And we hope that we've given you a little Om and a little fun perspective towards yoga straight into your homes.
And one more thing, there is no place like Om.
There is no place like Om after all. So we are available. The Tots magazine's page is going to keep the yoga session live. You will see this yoga session also on my IGTV. You can refer back to it, and we are just hoping that this gift of yoga that we got for you on International Yoga Day reaches from our heart to your heart. And yoga is a life cycle. Yoga is a lifestyle.
Yoga is life. Your life.
Stay bright. See you. Logging off now. Bye-bye.
I hope you had a great session.